Creating a color fade with glitter is super easy with hard gel. I'm going to show you guys how to create a wonderful color fade and use gold foil to enhance the design. Check it out. I'm going to start by actually creating my color. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually put a dollop of build on both sides of my tile. The first glitter mix is by taking Miona Sky and Royal Blue. Now again, by applying a rich layer of glitter over the surface, what you want to be able to do is lightly push it into the gel. That way when you start to mix, it doesn't go all over the place. So all I'm going to do is push it out, and just like we are spreading some butter over toast, notice how we're able to press it all in. Once I'm able to press the glitter into the gel, I want to be able to use the edge to scoop it all up and press it out. Gather it all up with one edge and leave it there. The second mix we are going to create is by taking purple and Rockstar. The Rockstar is going to create the bling that we need. So again, push it into your gel. And again, once it is in, you could use the painting knife to push it out, nice and easy. You don't want to do this. I want to be able to use the painting knife to push it across, and then we're going to use the edge to gather the gel, just like this. So as you can see, we have two nice piles of evenly mixed glitter. Before we get into application, we have to make sure that we prepare the nail so that we do not have any problems with lifting. What we want to be able to do is push the cuticle back, and we're going to use our electric file on the lowest speed and tickle away the shine from the surface of the nail. Again, I'm going to use an overgrip position. I'm going to lightly tickle away around the cuticle area, and notice how I'm working from corner to corner, gentle. Again, no pressure. Let the machine do all the work for you to tickle away the shine. Once we are done tickling away the shine from the natural nail, you are going to use swipe to cleanse oils, dust, and contaminants so that we have the perfect surface ready for protein bond application. Remember, when you are doing protein bond for hard gel, we have to do 2 complete coats. Go through all of the fingers from one finger to the last. Once you're done, you're going to come back for your second coat. Cuticle to free edge, finish out the balance of the fingers. As soon as you're done doing the 10th finger, you are now ready for the base application. We're now going to take a nail form. We're going to take the tab, place it underneath. I'm going to pre-pinch the full front of the nail to a point, setting it up for a stiletto-shaped nail. Now, again, what we want to be able to do when I'm applying the form is not put it on dead straight. I want to put at a slight angle. That way my side walls are going to be nice and straight from the side profile. Let us take a small amount of base. What I'm going to do is set it right up to the front. Notice this. Notice how I'm turning and bouncing up to the corner. I'm going to do the same on the opposing side, getting it all the way up. And what I'm going to do is follow it out all the way to the very tip of the nail, making sure that we have a really nice extension. If I need a little bit more, I could always run just a slight amount right where the smile line is. And this is going to go inside the light to set it. Because you are working with a self-leveling gel, my suggestion is working one finger at a time and rotating hands. Work on this finger, set in the light, and continue to rotate until you get all 10 done. Once you get all 10 done, you're going to be ready for the glitter application. Once the product comes out of the light, we have to make sure to secure the tip of the nail with a nice even coat of base from cuticle to free edge. It does not matter what you build the tip with. You have the option to use a thicker gel at your discretion. The most important thing is being able to secure that free edge with a nice coat of base from cuticle to free edge so that you do not tear the free edge away when you remove the form. Once it comes out of the light, we are now going to take our magic wand. I'm going to pre-pinch the side, and what this is going to do is just kind of loosen up the form from the edges. I'm going to use the bladed side to run this underneath, right? Underneath. This is going to separate the form so that when I actually remove it, notice actually I have a nice clear extension to work from. A really killer tip that I recommend, if you have sections of your lower arch that are hanging too low, you could always take some cuticle nippers or some straight edge toenail clippers to straighten up that edge before you go to work. This is going to eliminate the problem of overbuilding the color all the way down the side. Perfect. I have now created the perfect form for me to apply my glitter on top of. For me, when I'm working with gel, in order to create a wonderful fade, right, some really nice gradation from free edge up to the smile line, I want to be able to establish the bottom layer first. So I'm going to take the darker purple color and I'm lightly going to apply it to the front and I'm going to work it right up, right up. Now here's the thing, once I get it onto the tip, I'm going to wipe that excess off. I'm going to bring my brush backwards slightly and just lightly feather it up. Again, keeping it nice and thin through this area, but thick enough so that you cannot see through the front. Once I actually get the purple glitter on front, I'm actually going to set the blue glitter right up and next to the darker color. Now, in order for me to get a wonderful fade, what I'm going to do is lightly, in reverse, slightly drag it up into the body to get a really wicked fade. One of the things you can actually do is get just a light amount of this glitter just to create a great blend between both colors. And as you can see, from dark to light, looks absolutely smoking. Once we're done, we're gonna go inside the light and we're going to set both glitters at once. Once we are done setting the glitter to the front, we are now going to take a few speckles, break it apart, of our wonderful gold foil. And what we're going to do is take our brush and we're going to set in pieces throughout the nail. All right, and as you can see, it comes right off the brush and sticks immediately to the dispersion layer. A couple smaller pieces right to the end. We're going to use the brush, right, to lightly flatten it down. We'll use the back of the brush just to lightly press it down nice and flat. And as you can see, we're able to create really killer contrast between the color and the gold foil. Once I'm done applying the gold foil to the surface, I am going to take a nice even amount of build, and what I want to be able to do is kind of float it through the surface. I don't want to brush it through because I do not want to disrupt the foil. So again, keeping light contact all the way through, all the way through. Notice how I'm actually able to build and fill the body with a nice amount of gel. All right, once we are done applying the gel over the surface, again, if it starts to run out of place, what you want to be able to do, again, is freeze it. So a general rule of thumb is by actually, notice with the actual pull-out, if I set the finger right in front, I'm going to allow the product to freeze slowly. This is going to eliminate any kind of a heat spike from building up on the nail. This is going to ensure that your client has the most amount of comfort. We do not want our clients going, ah! We want our clients to be able to set it. Once it sets, anywhere from 30 to 40 seconds, you're going to go inside the light and you're going to cure it out for a complete 2 minutes. You can also check if there's low spots and you can add to it to make sure that you're building enough support. Again, this is a guarantee that you're going to have the best results when it comes to curing. Once it cures, we're going to come out of the light. I'm going to use swipe to remove the dispersion layer from the surface of the nail. I'm going to use my hand file to file and shape my lower arch and my side walls into perfection. We're now going to switch out to our safety bit. Again, because I have a little bit of length, I want to be bringing it out just a little bit so that I don't get stuck halfway through. If I'm looking at the side profile, notice how I'm going to be able to shape from zone 1, moving through zone 2 of my barrel, all the way to zone 3. That way we can build great shape from cuticle to free edge. I'm going to make sure that we come through the body from zone 3 to zone 1, making sure that we have even structure on the free edge. I'm going to come around the cuticle area in one direction to make sure that we blend it nice and tight. Once we're done doing the eye formation, I'm going to come through the whole entire body to make sure it's going to be nice and even. Once we are done actually finding the shape, I'm going to take my hand file, lightly come over to remove any imperfections from the surface of the nail. I'm going to take my sponge to lightly brush away any minor imperfections. I'm going to cleanse the surface with swipe. I'm now going to take finish and apply a nice even coat from cuticle to free edge. And this is going to cap the design and ensure we have a wonderful shine. We're going to go inside the light and set it for a complete 2 minutes. Once the finished gel cures, we're going to come out of the light. Going to condition the cuticle area and hyponychium with some great rose oil. And as you can see, we have a fantastic almanetto shape with glitter and gold foil.